You're calorie counting wrong. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Jen and this is Through Thick and Thin. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and the like button and all that good stuff. And we'll go ahead and get started. So you are calorie counting wrong. Now this, maybe not all of you, but I'm willing to bet you are. And here's why. So I feel like most people, they log onto MyFitnessPal and they type in, I want to lose 2 pounds every week for the rest of my life, basically, and I want to do it as quickly as possible, and I want to work out and all this stuff. And so MyFitnessPal says, okay, great, that's what you want, that's what we'll do. 1,200 calories. I feel like 1,200 calories is the magic number for women who want to lose weight. I actually literally was told by an OB one time that I was overweight because I just wasn't eating 1,200 calories a day. And this is while I was in school for nutrition. Okay, I was literally getting a degree in nutrition, and this woman, who obviously had no idea what she was talking about, said, hey, 1,200 calories for women, 1,500 for men. That's the key, nothing else. And I told her she was wrong, and she told me I was wrong, and whatever. 1,200 calories. That is like the apparent magical number that will make you lose weight. And here's the problem with 1,200 calories. You feel so restricted on 1,200 calories. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, maybe it's because 1,200, wow, this is like grabbing me. Maybe it's because I'm just like so fat. Okay, this is what I used to think. I'm not saying you think this. I used to think, wow, I feel so restricted on 1,200 calories. I must be like a cow, right? Like I'm just so used to eating so much food because I'm just so fat. So you ever think maybe it wasn't you and it was the diet plan? Because here's the thing. 1,200 calories is about enough for like a toddler. Okay, so unless you are a toddler, which my videos are not for children, so if you are, click away. Unless you're a toddler, 1,200 calories is not enough calories for you. So if you are counting your calories and you're aiming for 1,200, especially if you're going from a totally unrestricted diet, like let's say you're eating like 3,500 calories a day, okay? If you go to 1,200 calories overnight, like, you know, January 1st started and maybe you're like, okay, this is my year and I'm gonna count 1,200 calories a day and I'm gonna lose all this weight and be amazing. Going from 3,500 to 1,200, like, you know, like a third of what you were eating, it's not sustainable. And so the thing is there's a reason that all the nutrition labels in America are based around a 2,000 calorie a day diet. Okay, 2,000 calories, much more reasonable, but still not necessarily the goal you should be shooting for. Okay, so the right way, okay, to count calories is to first unrestrictedly, like I don't want you to think, oh, I shouldn't eat this because I need to lose weight. I want you to take a normal day, and this could be like maybe like a Friday or a Saturday when, you know, you might tend to let loose a little bit, have a few drinks, whatever. I want you to at least track for one day. It'd be great if you could track for a whole week and not restrict yourself, but honestly, like who has time for that? So I want you to track like a regular day where you're not restricting, hopefully you're not binging, just like a normal day. Okay, so let's say that for like ease, okay, let's say that you eat 3,500 calories a day. Now that might seem like a lot to some of you. It might seem like normal or even like little to some of you. Like, no judgment, but that's just so 3,500 calories a day, okay? Now, you might be saying to yourself, okay, that's too much food for your normal average weight, like normal size as in like there's that physical normal range for your body. So a healthy weight, a normal weight adult wouldn't eat 3,500 calories. So you're saying to yourself, okay, well, I'll just eat what like the normal adult weight for myself would be. And that's a fine idea, but here's the problem. Going from 0 to 100, it's not gonna work. So I was thinking about this and I imagined to myself, okay, let's say I wanted to run a marathon. Okay, I've never run a day in my life. All I do is sit on the couch and like play video games or watch TV, okay? So let's say I decide I want to be a marathon runner. Day one is not going to be run a marathon, okay? If I try going from couch potato to marathon runner overnight and try to go, you know, run a marathon, I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm not physically able, I've not trained myself to be able to run that far. I don't know the techniques. I don't know how my body feels running. I don't know anything, okay? So if I try to run that marathon, I might be able to run for like a minute, okay? Like one singular minute, but I am not making it to the finish line. And so you might be thinking, okay, well then that makes you a failure, right? Like if you want to be a marathon runner and you don't complete the marathon, well then you failed. You're not meant to be a marathon runner. Let's go back to the couch. Okay, that's what's happening when you're going from not counting calories and eating like 3,500 calories a day to counting calories and trying to eat 1,200 calories a day, okay? 1,200 calories is like being able to just run the marathon day one. And if that sounds insane to you, like it should, good. That's the whole point, okay? You're not gonna wake up and be a marathon runner, and you're not gonna wake up and be able to eat some crazy amount of calories, okay? Most people aren't marathon runners, and most people can't eat 1,200 calories. Do I think there are people who do it? Yes. Do I think it's healthy? No, I don't. So here's a scenario, okay? I wanna propose to you. Let's say every day after dinner, you go get some sort of like blizzard at Dairy Queen, okay? And let's say you always get like the large. If you, instead of getting the large, which let's just say for simplicity's sake is 1,000 calories, and you switch to a small, which let's say is 500 calories, that's a 500 calorie a day deficit, and you still get to have your ice cream. Now you might be saying, no, I'm on a diet, I can't have ice cream, cut it all out. The problem is you're trying to go from couch to marathon. We're going from couch to walking around the neighborhood, okay? We're not there yet. So we're gonna take a few laps around the neighborhood and we're gonna still eat our ice cream and we're gonna eat our small. Maybe even we eat our medium. Maybe that. But if you cut out 500 calories a day just from your ice cream and you ate all the rest the same, let's say you eat out every single meal, you don't exercise, even just making that switch from the large to the small is gonna help you lose weight. Like it's literally that simple. You always hear eat less, move more, and you think that means like eat less fun foods and eat less like things that I love. But what if instead of less meaning none, less can just mean like a little bit less, right? So let's say you always get like 2 burgers and a large french fry when you go out to dinner. Great. So instead of eliminating that meal altogether and trying to do something that you find unsustainable, like, you know, magically going from burgers and french fries every night to like grilled chicken and broccoli. Yeah, you tried that one? Me too. So instead of jumping to grilled chicken and broccoli, maybe instead of ordering 2 large burgers and a large fry, maybe we order 1 burger and a large fry. Or maybe we still get our 2 burgers and we get a medium or small fry. All these choices, the little teeny tiny baby steps, is what's going to get us further to being our marathon runner. Okay, so now, you know, we're getting the small ice cream after dinner and we're getting 1 burger instead of 2 burgers. And now, you know, we're starting to jog on our marathon. Okay, so now maybe you were eating 3,500 calories a day and then you moved down to 3,000 when you got the small instead of the large. And then maybe you're only eating one burger instead of 2 burgers. So now we're like magically at like 2,500 calories. That's 1,000 calories per day that you're cutting out, okay? And you're still enjoying all of your foods. You're still living a life that you find sustainable, but you're losing weight, right? So if you're counting calories, okay, first step, just count how many calories you're eating. Now, I don't count calories. I would rather just go off how I feel, and I'm learning this whole intuitive eating, food freedom journey. But that doesn't mean calorie counting can't work for anyone. So again, how many calories do I eat in a day? Let's try to cut off maybe 250 calories from that. Okay, just 250. Like, if we're eating 3,500 calories a day, we can find 250, right? Like, there's some wiggle room there. So I urge you to, instead of jumping to a completely unrealistic number, to just little baby steps. Because here's the thing. If you're going to 1,200 calories and you are like white knuckling your way through it, and you're like, and you get like 3 days in, or maybe what's this week, like 3 weeks into January, and already we've failed our New Year's resolutions because they were completely unsustainable and we set ourselves up for failure. Instead of doing that, let's take little baby steps and stay consistent. Okay, my goal for this year is consistency, right? So instead of cutting out like 1,000 calories a day for like 3 days and giving up, what if we cut out 250 calories per day every day? Forever, right? Like, you could see how maybe at the start, if you're cutting out 1,000 calories per day, 3.5 days and you've lost a pound, that's great. But then if you just crash afterwards, okay? If you go down 1 pound and then you crash and you, whoop, what was the point? There wasn't a point, okay? If you start here and you cut off 250 calories per day, yeah, it's gonna take a while for that to go down, but you have the rest of your life, okay? And we're not trying to lose weight for like a month and then gain it all back. We're trying to lose weight and feel good and like feel healthy, right? Like I talked to you guys a few weeks ago about how I'm no longer focusing on losing weight. I'm focusing on feeling good and feeling healthy and feeling better. That means sustainable choices that lead to a bigger impact. We don't want to set ourselves up for failure, okay? We're trying to do this for life, and we're trying to have a better life. And that doesn't mean that we have to become marathon runners tomorrow. That means baby steps so that we can take our walks around the block and then start jogging and then eventually start running, and eventually maybe we can run a marathon. But putting yourself in an unrealistic expectation of being able to run the marathon tomorrow, you're just setting yourself up for failure. And why would you do that to yourself? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to fail. It feels good to succeed. I'm making small changes that'll last a lifetime. And just for clarification, the goal is not to get to 1,200 calories a day. The goal may be 2,000 calories a day. The goal may be 1,800 calories a day. And you might be telling me, Jen, I've tried to eat 2,000 calories a day. I didn't lose weight on 2,000 calories a day. You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. Okay, scientifically speaking, you're wrong. Sorry. You didn't see results immediately and you quit. Maybe. But like if you are overweight and or obese, okay, yeah, 2,000 calories a day would be a great thing to strive for, but we don't have to go there right away. There are 3,500 calories in a pound. You have to burn off or cut out 3,500 calories to lose a pound. So if you're eating 3,500 calories a day, eating 2,000 calories a day would literally make you lose 1 pound about every 2.5 days. So, yeah. I think it's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Again, if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I literally just said that. I'm beginning to repeat myself here, aren't I? Anywho, yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. So, remember, you can make today a great day. Or not. The choice is yours. Have a good one. Bye, guys. I can help you.